What up, what up, what up, what up? Xavileiro. Back in the place. Last episode was pretty brazy. On guard, bro. We double chest kicked those tasks and we did them in record time. I can definitely hope that I am on pace to be a CAO that's achieved the ranking of Chief Executive Officer. Last time in the Indianapolis race we got the manager ranking, and for those that don't know, that's your high score in basically they grade you after you finish a scenario or once you finish your tasks. And we definitely want to aim for Chief Executive Officer, and I think that's over 700,000. It's very hard. Okay, so for this segment we're own a total of 3 industries and businesses, make 13 different goods available in Fayetteville at the same goddamn time, and deliver 16 loads of paper via Huntington's warehouse. Now, let's see. We're in St. Louis right now. In order for us to deliver paper to anywhere, that somewhere needs to need paper. Okay, so they get to paper, I guess around 80k. So we can definitely deliver paper to St. Louis. I'm getting paper. And then here's a little trick that I noticed about these challenges. So you'll see that we only have one iron deposit. St. Louis grows and grows. Green lanterns everywhere now. St. Louis is not only the largest city, but also the first city in the region to reach 90,000 population. Since city life is easier and safer than the life in the country, more and more citizens are drawn to the growing metropolises. Thanks to the railroad, the well-connected cities also managed to meet their rapidly increasing demands, and that is the biggest problem. Once the people get more, then so do the difficulty of supplying them without congesting the lines. And that's where the maniac craziness comes in, okay? That's where the mania begins, alright? Anyways, so you'll see that there's only one iron deposit, and it's already really expensive. Peep game, bro. There's only one iron deposit, there's only one coal mine, there's only one salt quarry. Peep game, bro. There's only one clay. Peep game, bro. Peep game, bro. Don't fall asleep on this, bro. Those are the businesses we should be buying. Cause see, they're so expensive just off the bat. Like, why are they so expensive? They're not being used. Like, let's get this one. That also helps towards our first task. And definitely we want to get the task that we can get like right away, because we're trying to get to where we're trying to get to, and there's no point in wasting time. Now, You'll also notice, I'll pause the game again. You'll also notice they have toys here. And then when you check toys, the production is stopped because it needs planks and steel. So in order to build toys, you need planks and steel. Okay? Alright, just keep note of that for a sec. Then check over here. You see canned foods. What do you need for canned foods? You need vegetables and steel. So you see there's a common thing here where both of these things need like higher processed goods, like the second tier of processing, in order for them to actually start twirling. But they're placed so far away from the metal deposit. I wonder if that has anything to do with how hard this game is going to be. Okay. And then planks. We have no logging camps over here. We only have logging camps to the, I guess you could say, let's see, one sec. So we have Huntington, Memphis. I think we're about this way. So only to the northwest we have logs. Peep game, bro. That's telling us something. They already set paper in Fayetteville. I think that has something to do with the difficulty of the game. They set the goods at certain places that it's pretty ridiculous in order to actually produce them. Why would you be making canned foods all the way over here when you have no vegetables or metal anywhere in the vicinity? So, what I want to do is buy out these businesses, destroy them, and replace them somewhere better. You feel me? Because there's going to be a point of strain when trying to ensure that there are enough trains on this terrain. You feel me? You're in ceramics over here. Ceramics need clay and they need coal. Why are you all the way over here? Like, make that make sense. It would make more sense if it was maybe in Memphis, but definitely in Nashville for sure, kid. Now, canned foods need steel and vegetables, but what do you know? There's vegetables right beside Colombia. There's an iron quarry right beside Colombia. So, why isn't Colombia doing canned foods? Or at least producing steel, or at least producing wooden planks? There's something awry here. So, you'll see that there are vegetables here, but there aren't any other resources to make steel over here. And there aren't any steel type of cities anywhere close to here. So, and everything has to go through Huntington's warehouse. Could that have something to do with them trying to fuck us? I think so. So, I would say, you see how expensive this stuff is. This is like $600K to buy, and so is the iron. So, the other thing is, given that there are only one quarry of these goods anywhere, so, I mean, it definitely means that we should control the level of production here. Because if this stays at level 1, when all the cities need coal, it's gonna fuck us even further, right? So I would say, first thing, buy out these businesses, destroy them, then place better goods at better strategic positions. Second thing would be, or like, I guess that would be the third thing. Third thing is to get control of these precious goods, potentially even the salt. And that's the other thing. Before you it looks like if you buy them before you connect them to your line, they're a lot cheaper. Because once you connect them, they get ridiculously expensive. Yeah. And given that we're on a timeline, not say we're hurt for time or anything, but I think like we can, given that we have so much extra space in time, we have basically 3 or 2.5 years to complete these. We can hold the bag basically. If we had to buy some businesses, sell them, rebuild businesses, like we could sit out and wait for a little while. We're making $100K a week right now. You feel me? We can wait it out until we get back on track. Let's say at most it takes a year to get back on track financially, but at least in 2 years we'll be set for a more optimized situation. And given how the goods are set, the resources, I mean, there has to be some strategy in the placement of these goods. I don't mind St. Louis building, like having a steel mill. We're going straight to St. Louis here. You feel me? That's no problem. But since we're building steel here, we should be probably doing canned goods here. Since we have a logging camp right here, we should be doing planks in Kansas City. And moving around here, we already have paper, so we're good. And then moving down, we have coal and we have clay here. And since we don't need the clothing for any achievement right now at this specific moment, we could destroy the clothing right here and make it a ceramics factory. You feel me? And then steel. Remember, for toys we need steel and wooden planks. So I'm guessing that it would be more useful for us to have toys being built in St. Louis than for it to be built over here. You feel me? So what does that mean? It means we move some things around. This one has liquor for some reason, right? Sugar is here. Fruits are here. It would make more sense if this was making the actual liquor and the toys were here. And then I guess we could put something else here, something that doesn't require those type of goods. We could even put meat here and just run the meat, because we got meat and milk here. So we could put meat and cheese in Indianapolis. You feel me? And if we were hurting for cash, like I was mentioned before, you don't want to use your money to beautify your line. You want to use your money to actually invest in like businesses. So since businesses is part of this actual stage of the scenario slash challenge, then it makes sense that we take money out so we can actually use it instead of being, held down. So I'd move the liquor to Louisville because there's fruits, sugar, boom. Create liquor. Huntington accepts liquor, accepts canned goods, accepts toys, accepts ceramics and paper. I'm getting paper out. You feel me? And since everything needs to pass through Huntington's warehouse, it makes better sense. And then look, so we have liquor in Louisville, and then we have Fayetteville. They don't accept liquor yet, so we won't be shipping it there, but the game is being really difficult by having to bring things through here. We know St. Louis will accept liquor, so we could move the liquor industry over here, move the meat industry over there, put liquor only here. We could put meat here. We got green. I'm thinking we might as well do cheese in Indianapolis and cheese and meat in Indianapolis. Then we move both of these over to Louisville. You feel me? And make Louisville use up these warehouse slots. Remove these. You feel me? Yeah, man, that's what you gotta do, bro. That's what you gotta do, cause I'm seeing this, I'm looking at this thing and I'm like, how is this gonna work? You gotta come all the way over here for clay. You gotta bring it all the way up here for ceramics. Then you gotta bring the ceramics down to this place. Then you gotta ship it back to St. Louis or wherever. Why? Just why? You feel me? This coal and this clay tells me that Nashville should be doing it. So I'm gonna work on that and I'll catch you on the flip. Funny enough, buying this industry doesn't count, so it shows that there's something up. Something is awry here. And as you can see, it's so expensive. They did this on purpose, you feel me?
My current project in West Virginia has great importance for the East Coast. There are large coal reserves there that are urgently needed in population centers like New York and Boston.
Using this auction, we were able to purchase an extra business, even though we won't be using it just yet. And thus completing this first task. We're trying to get all 3 of them completed this year. And now we have a liquor industry in Louisville, which makes a lot more sense since they have their sugar and apples or fruit down here. We'll just need to get them to go directly to Baker's Rest eventually, but right now it's fine. Okay, so this is the progress that we have so far. Connecting this logging camp and this milk or dairy farm to Fayetteville. Fayetteville also has its own warehouse that collects these items. The surplus gets shipped to other cities. We want to ensure that Kansas City continues to grow. They need grain and beer and sugar. So we've ensured that St. Louis's warehouse collects beer and sugar and grain. We've added the Cox terminal to deliver grain to St. Louis, which will then be dispersed where necessary. Now we want to get rid of the ceramics from Colombia and turn it into canned food because it just makes more sense logistically. And it's been long enough so we could take a loan now again. We'll take the largest one and then buy this ceramics. It's so sorry. It's such a sorry ass production that it's, after all this time, it's still dirt cheap, which only works in our favor. Get rid of that garbage, that garbage. Put a cannery in that town because we have vegetables right here and we have steel right down there in St. Louis. And there you go. That's that. Let's see if we could get rid of this one. Let's see how expensive it is. Oh, nice and cheap, nice and affordable. Remember, we're putting a ceramics factory here. Delete that. Ceramics. Yes, sir. And now we've put our future in our own hands. The next thing to do is, as soon as Kansas City grows to a large enough city, we'll add a plank or a lumber mill. And right here should be the eve of our accomplishing our second task of stage 2 by delivering all the necessary paper via the Huntington's warehouse. Let's watch this unfold, shall we?
My warehouse is at 50% capacity. Not bad at all. You've proven yourself so far, but watch out for traffic jams in your network.
So now we're going to reroute those trains because we don't need that much strain on this terminal anymore. If you remember, we added 2 trains to that. Now we need them to head to Fayetteville instead now, collecting sugar, grain, vegetables, apples, planks. We don't have planks yet. We're trying to nurse Kansas City to the point where it can produce planks for us. So we weren't able to connect enough goods during the whole of last year. So we're just going to have to do it this year. And that's no big deal. We'll get there soon. Get this nice fat bonus for connecting this wool to Kansas City. And with this delivery of cheese on the way to Fayetteville, we shall complete our third objective, which is to make 13 different goods available in Fayetteville at the same time. At the same goddamn time. So, without any further necessity, let's just enjoy the ride and call this one an episode.
Citizens to a city. Good work. Well, I must confess I am surprised. This was already the penultimate stage of my plan. I had actually expected to have given you notice some time ago. Well then, here, one last set of tasks for you. I can't say it's going to be easy, but since you're still hanging in there, I think you have a good chance of completing this successfully.